So I'm here with Chris. He just got a new truck. Gonna try to retire the old one, but keep it around the house. See, I don't think he's gonna get rid of that one.
No, it's not gonna happen.
So this is his 2022 Tacoma TRD Off-Road, and we're gonna go over some of the key features and things he likes, things he doesn't like. Does he regret it? I don't know. Do you regret it?
Not in the least.
No. So what do you like about this thing?
Well, originally I wanted to get a 21 cement, but they quit making the cements, so I started looking around at the dark gray, metallic, and noticed that just about everybody and their uncle was driving the dark gray metallic. So went with the Barcelona red. I think it's a good color. I like it.
It's a
You
great
don't
color.
see too many of them around. Yeah, I'm pretty happy. Went with the LED lights. Stoked about them, dude. If you're on the edge about the LED lights, just get them. They're worth every penny that they're charging for them.
They're fantastic. I have them on my truck, and it's one of the one packages that you need to have in your Tacoma.
The only thing I will say, thank you Toyota for making the LED lights, but could have went one step further and made it a package so the taillights match the headlights. The headlights are blacked out, and the taillights are bright chrome. I don't know what they were thinking there, but
Luckily the aftermarket does cover that, but they should have, maybe the TRD Pro headlights or taillights are a little bit darker. Maybe threw them on with that package or something a little bit darker, because the taillights are pretty light.
yeah, they are. But people complain about the engine. I got no issues with the engine. That could be just an automatic transmission thing. I don't know. The engine's got plenty of power for what I need it for. I don't really tow a whole lot. I may start towing something. The wife kind of wants to get into camping, so we'll see how that goes. But other than that, throttle response, I would adjust that. Pedal Commander, I guess, makes a thing for that. I think there's another one called 9-wire or something like that. So what I was looking at.
There's a few different brands that make them. They all kind of do the same thing, but do your own research. I don't think I'm going to do it on mine, only for off-road. I kind of don't want to snap anything to keep everything a little gentle. But if you are having issues with yours, you keep yours on the street, I think it'll be fine. You give it a little bit oomph to it.
I don't think you'll snap anything.
No?
No, these things are, I would say they're overbuilt. That's one thing Toyota's always been known for. Even the old ones, they're overbuilt. I mean, the axles on that are the same size axle shaft as a 3/4 ton Chevy axle shaft. You know, they're a pretty beefy truck, and that's what they build them for. You know,
Right.
Beat them.
Yeah, they're made to be beat on, to be honest with you. So, let's be honest with me. Be honest. What do you love about this?
Pretty much everything,
Okay.
from the interior all the way down to the performance of it. I like how the 4-wheel drive works. I like the fact that you can turn the traction control completely off and throw it sideways if you want to play. There's really nothing that I absolutely hate about this truck. It's a good truck. I mean, as far as that goes, I mean, I got some of the options on it. I got the tonneau cover, the trifold tonneau cover, things like that. That's nice. It gives you that much more lockable storage. Worked out good for Christmas shopping time. I could lock stuff in the tailgate and nobody knew it was in there.
It keeps stuff pretty dry, yeah?
Yeah, it does let a little water in. I'm not going to say it's 100% watertight,
Okay.
but not enough water where you would damage anything.
So what are the packages? This is manual, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, so he's got the 6-speed manual.
Yeah.
And this is the, like I said, TRD Off-Road, and this is a premium sport package. No, not the premium sport, but premium off-road package. So he has leather seats, all the cameras, and more cameras than mine has. So he has the Eagle Eye, or whatever the Toyota term is.
Toyota calls it the multi-train mode.
So he's got the front camera here, the back one, 2 side ones in the mirror, which gives you a full 360 when you're backing up. So that's all the packages this comes with. What do you not like about this truck?
My biggest gripe about this truck, I got the heated mirrors, right? Which is nice. Get a little ice on the heated mirrors. Turn the heated mirrors on, ice comes right off. Why not heat the windshield wipers? Little heating element underneath each windshield wiper, keep the ice off of them. The other day, driving down the road, could not keep the ice off the windshield wipers. Nothing I could do. I literally stopped and bought new windshield wipers because the ones that come on the truck just plug up with ice and they don't even touch the windshield.
Yeah, I had that issue with mine as well. It's weird. A lot of people don't know about the heated windshield. We live up here in PA, and you see it's snowing. It's cold. Ice builds up. And there's people who are like, hey, just put the windshield wipers up before a storm. It doesn't help when you're going down the interstate and everything freezes. You go to hit your windshield wipers, and it's a chunk of ice, and you're going 80 or 70. You can't see anything. Our old Subaru had one. Every Subaru, actually, my last 7 vehicles had heated windshield elements. So I had Subarus, BMWs, they all had it. So Toyota kind of misses all that.
The kicker of that is, everybody's like, just turn your defrosters on. It'll work. I mean, I don't know how close you can see from there, but the defrost hits right here. The windshield wiper's down here. Doesn't work like you think it would work. People say, just pick up the windshield wiper before the storm. That's a great idea, but that spring is what holds tension on the windshield wiper, keep it on the windshield. Put your things up every night, and you're going to wear that spring out. And it's not going to sit on the windshield wiper so good, and you'll notice 65 mile an hour, it'll start fluttering off the windshield on you. I went ahead and didn't really order this truck exactly how I wanted it, because if anybody's out there looking for one right now, you pretty much got to go with what you got. And my biggest thing was MSRP. I won't pay over MSRP, and everywhere around here was going $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $9,000 over MSRP.
The market on these are crazy right now. I have a video up to help you shop. I'll put it right here. Check that one out. Somewhere up there.
So yeah, didn't want to go over MSRP. Found this one in West Virginia. Drove down, picked it up. It had the Predator Nerf bars on the side with the side steps. Now, honestly, looking at the package, I probably would have ordered these, so I wasn't that upset when they were actually on there. Problem with them is they get covered with ice too. I even put mud flaps on this truck thinking that would keep some of it off. Didn't. They pack up, and you can't use them as a step because you'll slip off. And then when you do slip off, you get all the salt and grime on the back of your pant leg. Is it a big pain in the ass? Not really. Is it inconvenient for $650? Yeah. Save up the money. Go get the rock sliders that bolt right to your frame.
You can actually use them then. They have a use. You can't bounce off a rock with those. So, Predator steps, don't like. I don't like them. I don't like the way. If you like them, that's cool. I don't like the way they look, and they don't really have a use for me.
Backup camera. It's very convenient. I love the backup camera. My thing is, once again, some of you guys down south may not recognize it or even realize it or won't even have to deal with it. But the backup camera, if you drive 15 miles down the road covered in dirt, doesn't work.
Yeah, up here, if you take it on a dirt road, I haven't had that many issues with mine, but like right now from driving on the interstate and all the salt, snow, and slush, mine's pretty dirty right now too. So it's usable, but I think once the sun goes down, it probably won't be usable anymore at all.
I don't know, they could use some work as much, just a way to clean it. Maybe something inside, push a button, hose it off. Little spray thing.
That's getting fancy now.
Yeah, the Tacoma boys say it's not a fancy truck, but I'll tell you, it's way fancier than that 1990.
What do you think made you pick the off-road? Was it price? Because I got the Sport. You get an SR, you can get the TRD Pro. What made you say, I want the off-road?
The biggest reason I went with the off-road is I love the black plastic fender flares.
I need it color matched. I do not like, I hate that they did that. I get it, it's off-road, but I bought my Sport for the main reason was I like the hood scoop and I like the color match fenders.
The other reason I bought the off-road is because of the hood scoop. He brought his home and I drove it, and I swear to God, that's the only thing I could see.
It's a little big. It's a little big.
Ridiculously big. That, the hood scoop, the fender flares, and the lock and rear diff.
The rear diff, yeah, that's nice. The Sport has the open diff. I was willing to sacrifice because I, in the future, plan to do a lot to this truck. So, wanted to add front and rear locker of my own, change out the gearing eventually with bigger tires, way later down the road. So I didn't really care too much about getting the off-road package.
With the locking rear diff, there's also a video out there somewhere on YouTube. I'm not going to tell you where it's at. You can find it yourself. I won't be liable for it. But there is a trick that you can do with just a cut of a wire, replacing a ground, to where you can use the locker in two-wheel drive, 4 high, or 4 low.
That would be fun.
whatever you need to do. But you do have to be under 5 mile an hour to engage it.
Okay. Maybe I'll put that in the description.
I mean, if you're on the fence about buying one, other than those little gripes I got, I would just go buy it. Pull the trigger. Don't overpay. Don't pay more than MSRP.
Yeah,
And
that's
for
a big
God's
problem
sake,
right now.
don't buy a used one when you can wait a little bit and get a brand new one for $9,000 less than they're charging for a new one or used one.
Yeah, definitely don't, because that's just going to drive the market up even higher once they keep selling them. Any future plans for this bad boy? Doing any modding? Bigger tires? What are you thinking?
I don't know right offhand. I mean, so far we put the blackout package on it.
Yeah.
With the Tacoma letters in the trunk or in the tailgate and LED lights. Did really like the compartment separator that you posted the video on.
Oh yeah, it's in my list of budget mods. I'll somewhere up this way. I'll post that one link.
So yeah, those. The LED lights, like I said, super bright, way better than the factory lighting inside. And put the Rec Gen mud flaps on it. That was like a 10-minute install. Legitimate. All you do is pop a couple plastic pins out, bolt them in.
I'll keep it paint protected.
I'm an old white. I
don't run mud flaps on mine.
I do like running the mud flaps only because other vehicles have had rock chips up the side and it flings it. And just for the look of not having mud flaps, I don't think it's worth it ruining your paint job.
I'm all about the look. Going bigger tires, any suspension lifts?
No, that's probably the big reason why I ended up going with the off-road instead of the Pro. I did think about the Pro for a little bit, and it's in like an $8,000 price jump.
And you get the hood scoop. He would have loved that.
I don't like the hood scoop, so that was not the canceller of that, but it's $8,000 upgrade for solely the suspension alone. And if you are ever going to put a lift on it, you're going to take all that suspension off.
Yeah.
So it was $8,000 wasted in my eyes.
Yeah, you don't get any of the cool multi-train select because he was going to get a manual if he was going to get one. So
right.
That's out.
Yeah, as soon as you get a manual, no more crawl mode, no more push start button.
No push start button. So we got the old-fashioned key. But you do get clutch start cancel, which is pretty cool. I can do a full in-depth video on that at some point.
It is pretty nice.
Yeah, it's neat. Nice truck, old man. Goodbye.
Easy with the old man.
Probably one of the few people that could get their hands on a new 2022.